Next, we're going to look at category charts. With category charts, you're going to have two key values and you're going to have a single data value. The two key values, one of them is the key. What are you wanting to summarize by? And think back to our map chart. Our map chart, we had revenue by state. Here, we're going to do the number of items sold by state. You'll notice that state is still what I'm categorizing by. However, within each key value, I'm having further categorization. So within the state of Illinois, I want to know specifically how many light bulbs, how many faucets, how many sink stoppers, and how many bolts. So I'm having a category value of product within the key value, which is organized by state. As far as my data value, I could have done revenue, I could have done a variety of things. I'm doing the item count, and so I'll provide some numeric value to sum. I'll probably use quantity to sum, so I get the number of items sold for each state, but within each state, divided up according to product. And just like with the map chart, the category chart has important properties that are gathered together underneath the chart heading. So as far as the category chart itself, that item in your structure, when you click on it, you're going to have the following properties appear. You can give it a title for your chart. You can give a title for that key value. You can give a title for the values that you're going to be summarizing by, and you can give a value for the category, the subcategories within that key. As far as the category item, underneath the category chart, again, this is where you would specify the actual data item being brought in. These would be data items that are coming from your data schema. And so you identify the key column, the value column, and the category key column. Let's take a look at this now. So to create my category chart, I'm going to go ahead and start with a file new. I'm doing a new report, again, an empty report. I need to associate my data schema. I locate my RDD file. And now I'm ready to go and place my chart onto the report itself. So I can go to my toolbox. I have page root selected, double click on category chart, and we can see it gives me my category chart, and it gives me my category item. Underneath the category chart, I can go down into my chart properties. I need to give this a title, and my title is going to be number of items per state by product. My key value, my key value is what is the per. I'm doing the number of items per state, so that's going to be state. My values, what is it I'm summarizing? I'm summarizing the number of items sold. Under the categories title, within the key, within each state, how do I want these categorized? And I want them categorized by product. I could again choose a variety of different charts. I'm going to leave it as a bar chart, but if I wasn't happy with how that bar chart looked, I could go ahead and choose any of these other draw as types and have the graph appear differently. Now under the category item, I need to identify which columns from that data view I'm using. So under my key, the key is going to be the state. And again, I want to use the name that's going to be meaningful to people. So I'm going to be using data.state.state name. Under the value, what numeric value am I summarizing? And I'm summarizing my data.items.quantity. So I want to know if an item has 7 quantity sold in that item row, I want it to add 7 to the previous amount. So data.items.quantity is what I'm summarizing by. And then the category key within each state, how do I want it subdivided? And I want it subdivided by product. I need to include the name that's going to give me a descriptive name of that product. So I know that that's going to be data.stock.description. So I provided the values needed for my item. I provided the values needed for my category chart. I now need to organize my triggers within this. So since I only want a single chart, I'm going to drop my store number trigger underneath the category chart. But I still want every item included in the summarization, so I'm going to drop my category item underneath on every row. Let me go ahead and save. And I'm going to give it put it in the bin subdirectory. I'm going to give it a quick name this time, so we're just going to call this cat chart 1. I'm going to stick it inside of my reports virtual folder. Now I need to go into my main module. I need to change the report name so it's calling this category chart. So I'll change it to cat chart 1. Modify it to say cat chart 1.3. Let me save my changes. And now let me execute it once again. And now we can see I have the number of items per state by product. Here we see our state. Here we see the products that are involved. We can see that the label, number of items sold, is placed on the side. And that's how you create a category chart.